what are the best ways to get active and get fit, in a hot country like Qatar or Dubai or any GCC country. So I'll just ramble off here. I've got a cut on my foot and there's bloody Birkenstock keeps rubbing on it. So I would say, I'm going to use my mum. I always use my mum as an example. If my mum was going to get into fitness, which I've been trying to tell her to do for years, what I would say to do is get into a gym and get into a class, because when you're getting into a gym or a class, it pushes you to do the work, basically. If I say to you, okay, you're going to go into the gym and you're just going to do like 20 minutes in the gym, do this workout, you're probably not going to do it. You might do 15, take a little rest, go on your phone. Next thing, you're on bloody BBC News looking at the weather and stuff like that. So in a gym environment, in a class environment, you don't really get time for that because your phone's down, everyone's working, the coach is watching you. Hopefully, if it's a good gym, coach is watching your form and watching how you work. So I think a class environment is a great idea. Now, the type of class, if it's Zumba, aerobics or something, then I don't recommend it. But if it's something like, I used to do MetaFit, and it was amazing. It was just body weight exercises, and I thought I was Don Corleone at the front of the class. I was like 18, 19. I think I did it for a few more years actually, and I was boxing at the time. And I just did it as a 45-minute workout, and to be fair, it was great. It was just body weight exercises, push-ups, lunges, sit-ups, stuff like this. And it was in the Bannatyne gym in the UK. So if there's any MetaFit classes, get to them. They're quite good actually. What else? Obviously a strength class. Make sure there's the coach knows what he's doing. Anything with weights, pick a weight up, put it back down. So yeah, definitely recommend a class at a gym. Now here in GCC, there's obviously lots of classes, lots of gyms. So my next one would be to now. Obviously, run clubs and stuff. I skip them to my friends because they're going on run clubs at Kite Beach in Dubai, and it's fucking hilarious. But if you're new and you're a little bit shy to get into the gym, a run club could be, very good. Go for coffee after. It's good to be sociable and stuff like that. So I would say a run club, as much as that pains me to admit it, it gets you in the door. And then from there, you can start going to classes with your new run club friends and stuff like that. So yeah, I would say a run club, especially here in the GCC, there's lots. Next one I would say is CrossFit. Now, stay with me on this one. I think CrossFit as a whole, for 99.9% of the population, is great. I think it's unmatched. I think from 2000, I only got into CrossFit at like 2017, 18. And to be honest, I was in the warehouse gym in Dubai, and I just seen people doing burpees on the floor dying, and I thought that's a bit of me. But then I started to learn about CrossFit, and obviously a few of my friends were CrossFit coaches, and then started really getting into it. I think CrossFit as a whole, you come into the classroom, you have a skill of the day or a technique of the day. You learn that technique, you learn that skill, and then your coach gives you a few progressions to get better at that skill. Let's say it's a kip and pull up. So you might go through hollow rocks, you might go through kips, you might go through bloody hollow to arch on the bar. And then from there you might start to progress it into something else, and you're looking at the movement mechanics of that kip, and then you'll go to strict pull-ups, and then you'll go to kip and pull-ups, and then you'll go to butterfly pull-ups, and then you'll go to muscle up, whatever it may be. So, and then at the end of after doing like a 30-minute skill, then you'll go into a workout. And I think if it's like CrossFit HQ and like old school CrossFit affiliated workouts and programming, I think it's really good. Deadlifts, back squats, the handstand stuff you don't really need. If it was my mum going into a CrossFit class, obviously the coach is there, the coach's experience, he's not going to make my mum do a fucking handstand walk. She might do like mountain climbers, she might do shoulder taps, she might do a pike, but she's going to get the same stimulus but a lower progression, a scaled progression basically we call it. So I think CrossFit's really good if you stick to the old school methodology, the CrossFit HQ style. You come in, do the workout, you go home. I think when you start getting to performance level and start competing, you're in the gym for like 2-3 hours and you've got a full-time job. That's a completely different video. I don't think that's good for the body. I think that's where injuries occur, and I'm the number one target for that. I've injured everything. So yeah, I think CrossFit, join a CrossFit class. That'd be my number 3 tip. Number 4 is going to be, I've literally done it recently, buy a motorbike, bloody cycle, buy a bicycle. I got a city bike for me and my girlfriend, and we go around a Pearl on these little city bikes, and now only has one gear. Handlebars were a little bit off. I got them for like £40, like 200 real each. Sorry, for both of them. And a few weeks I upgraded them. We got like real mountain bikes, and now we go around everywhere, and it's nice, you know. Less strain on the knees, feels good. I get fresh air, and yeah, keeps us active, keeps air active. We get out and about, so I would say get a bike, especially if you've got a partner or a friend. You both get them. It's hilarious because sometimes, you know, you're not going to crash, but build your confidence, and it's a good laugh, you know, get you out and about, as I say. So definitely recommend a mountain bike. And then number 5, probably the most underrated one, is just walking, going to walk. There's lots of others, like obviously I would say jiu-jitsu, and I would say boxing, I would say do this and that, but for somebody like my mother, it's a little bit intimidating. So I would say start off with one of these 5 little tips, and then walking is probably the easiest one. You can take your dog, take your partner, take your friends, you can go on your own, listen to a podcast, listen to something on YouTube, listen to music, whatever it may be. You can do it early in the morning, you can do it late at night, you can do it throughout the day. So there's lots of different variables that we can do when we're walking, and it's so easy to do. Very less, not even English. Lots of obviously cardiovascular impacts as well that we have from it, but it's less strain on the knees and the joints than running. You know, if you're a bit big or a bit heavy, or your body hasn't adapted to training in a few years, you've just been like a couch potato, then running can be a little bit strenuous on the joints, on the knees and on the back and stuff like that. So walking, you can shed a lot of weight, and also you can build up your tolerance to, you know, running and stuff like that in the long run. So yeah, definitely recommend walking. I think that's 5, but yeah, just 5 little tips for you to get into a healthy lifestyle, you know, a healthy way of living. It doesn't always have to be going to the gym and smashing a workout like for an hour every single day and being a crazy person, but you can be healthy and you can be active and you can be you know, you can have a healthy lifestyle with just basics every single day. You know, I've been walking, I've been mountain biking for the past, like, I'd say 2 months now. I feel great. Probably going to upgrade the mountain bike in a few weeks to something better. But it's just nice. Put the backpack on, we feed the cats, we go for coffees. It's just a little bit of freedom as well, and independence if you haven't got a car or you aren't driving. So yeah, enjoy. Get into one of these 5 things if you can. If you're thinking about starting, even shoot me a message if you need any help. And I'll always respond. I'll always try and help you. Thank you for today. See you guys next time.